La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da la da 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 da. La da da la da da da. La da da la da da da. Is that better? There we go. Ba-dum ba ba da da da. Da 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 da. It's weird. None of the live announcements are working. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba 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 da ba 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 da. Ba 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 ba. As angels sing and birds fly, her mother sends with fires across the lonely field. Do, do, do. Just as young as free, gonna see a day of sleep. When families reunite, dark as dawn don't fade. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Then I wake up. Yes, I turn back. The memories of you. So I realize I'm here with you. Oh, help. I gotta rejoin the instance just for this thing to load. As you can see the sky no more is Maureen. Oh, help us. Oh, God, help us. You can see yourself now. Yes, my bunny boo. Hi, honey buns. So yeah, I made a mistake yesterday where I was supposed to release the app, but I kind of forgot to like add the adding like group ownership tag, or not the tag, the GRP. And then basically there was supposed to be um two more window boxes like next to each other that said owners group, where you can only put one of the groups that you want it to be running in. Technically I had it that set that way because, I didn't want people over like sending way too many API calls to the system, so I made it so it was hard coded and locked to like one group. But I kind of forgot to put that in your guys' version of the app. So I kind of had to like roll back the like release for you guys, unfortunately. Like, yeah, it was released yesterday, but I kind of forgot to I kind of forgot to put that in the system. Not to mention, I still need to hardline the failsafe system. So when people try to put the VRChat staff as a bannable offense, like being a VRChat staff member, that the application would just close. Like that's how I want that to be hard coded in, because at no point should you ever be putting VRChat staff as a bannable offense in your group. Not to mention they're not going to get banned anyway, but as a failsafe, it should just shut the app down when you guys try to do that. Because you should never be using my stuff maliciously for any purpose whatsoever. I consider banning VRChat staff malicious. For me, that my friend, for me, bang, 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 bang. So yeah, so far from what I can see, basically we have a logs window, we have a blacklisted groups one, we have a blacklisted avatars window, we have a banned players list, a current lobby players list. We have a RIP suspicion log. So the thing with the RIP suspicion log, I kind of added that one personally for myself because there are people out there who still use exploits, who still use Mobile clients to say to RIP avatars, and I put that there not to ban, not to like kick, not to like do anything else. It would just log it, and people, it would be like low severity, high severity, yada yada. It wouldn't ban anyone, blah blah blah. Because I wanted to add that because that's always a suspicion that people have with the thing. And with that, in a much much later update, I'm gonna add it where on the players list it would mark them under RipSus, and it would like say the severity next to it basically. And I'm gonna encourage groups like don't ban people based off that log because it's still a work in progress. It has 6 markers for it right now. Oh, and yes, I am going to add it so it opens more windows when you want to like press some different, like there will be different buttons and stuff like that. Basically, it's gonna be like FearCX, but with like more of a group related auto moderation type of thing. Where like if you're in your group, it could tell like da 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 da. It's not gonna be like vrchat.com FearCX where you're like got a search thing, blah blah blah. It's not gonna be like that. It's just gonna be for groups to help groups moderate their platform. Because I know some of you out there struggle. I seen the other side. Angels ling and birds fly. The river sounds with fast. Josh the lonely field. Just as young as 3. Never seen a day asleep. The shivers reunite and crush on tree. They should treat you like a mentor, not some laughing stock. No, I will, unless I am learning something on my own, new that they don't know. I don't ever want to be called a mentor. And unlike those groups out there that have these type of like there are groups in the furry hideout where they actually have their own little like thing where it says, "Hey, this person joined and they're in this group," and it marks them as red and stuff like that. Mine's gonna be very specific and tell you what is going on. Basically, it will say like, "Hey, this person's in this group that you get blacklisted. They were banned from your group." Yada yada. One of the things is I know like groups are gonna complain about like, oh, but it's gonna outright ban members. Like, yeah, you can unban members. That's the thing. I am going to code that in where if you highlight a person, it will basically mark them and you just press unban basically, and it will unban them for that time it isn't. But if you rejoin the lobby yourself and they're still in there, it's gonna ban them again. So be careful about that one. I'm gonna add like several buttons. Unban, like I'm gonna have to like think about that one for a little while. But right now the app is in like 1.0.10 right now. I'm currently going through the thing where I have to add the group ownership and the group staff list. So like if you're in certain groups like that are staff of a group, like the Valley Bunnies has manager of the Valley Bunnies, owner of the Valley Bunny, group staff, group, admin, whatever. It's gonna catch that and then say in the logs like this user is cannot ban this user. They are a group staff member. Yada yada. Because what it does first is it scans the groups. Its prioritization is the group staff basically. So if it doesn't see any group staff, but it sees a blacklisted staff, it'll ban that person. So technically, players are required to be in the group staff if they don't want to be banned. Basically, makes it easier for group owners to be like, "Hey, you're a part of this group. You're a staff member. I need you to be in this staff, or else it'll just ban you if you participate in these groups." I'm making it easy for you group owners out there. So basically what this thing does is it requires you to have VRChat Plus by logging into VRChat and seeing if you have an owned group. If you own the group, the thing will tell like, okay, you own the group, I can run the logger, basically, with this group. If you're a staff member, it will not work. It will not work if you do not own the group, basically. I'm doing that to avoid abusive behavior by group staff, by the way. Because I've noticed in the past when I was using Fox's group AutoMod logger, anyone could use it. Group staff, like group admins, group managers, players alone could use the thing. And I just went into the number one's box and like I just ban anyone I want. I could go into group areas and just ban anyone I want. Hell, I could ban without like without manually putting anything in. I could just ban anyone. And I was like, that was crazy. And then I banned a furry group that was causing issues in the furry hideout community called the Royal Furries. I banned their entire group. And then they went to Fox and bitched at him, saying I was being abusive, which in VRChat guidelines, it said and stated that I was allowed to moderate as I please. And so I noticed that they were being abusive and shit, and I didn't want anything to do with it. I banned their entire fucking community because that's how I was. And they bitched at him for it. And he banned me and removed me and blacklisted me from his AutoMod thing. And then I said, fuck it. Keep my data. I'm just going to change my password and that'll be that. And so what happened was, later on, I made my own app. One that's not abusive. One that you can't obstruct. One that just not anyone can use because, I kind of felt that like, that's going way too much. So now even in world moderation, if they try to use the ban pill, they'll be banned. Because it will detect that you're accessing a restricted area, basically. If you go into a staff area, you'll be banned because unless the group owner has access, if the group owner does not have access to the staff areas, it will ban you outright. There are markers set for that. What it does is the markers will scan the world for those areas, and it will ban based off like where those areas are. So if you try to access, such as, let's say in for your hideout, they press the staff area, they like teleport in there by pressing a button. If you just teleport in there without pressing the button, yes, you will still be banned. So it's impossible to go in there, spawn in like immediately, and then not get banned. Because if you spawn into a world and you're a VRChat group staff member or a VRChat furry hideout staff member, and you go in there and I'm in there and that logger's running, it'll just straight up ban you. It basically marks the entire area as like a blacklist. I'm also going to hard code that in as well, where it will scan on every time you join, it will scan the instance for staff areas. Because unfortunately, too many groups have come to me and said, we don't want that shit no more, do something about it. And so I am going to do something about it, because if you're going to look me in the eye and say, oh, you're not allowed to be in my world, which is not allowed at all. Worlds are not allowed to blacklist you from their world, by the way. By locking an instance, you are potentially blacklisting people from joining that instance, because you are technically telling people to leave your world, that you are not allowed there. Because, what was his name? Lieutenant Shadow basically added a thing where in their Discord, every time a blacklisted person joins the world, it would ping their Discord staff channel. And it would tell them to send someone in there to lock the instance. Which I thought was, okay, I'll do something about that then. It's going to ping you, and guess what? You're going to get your people banned because of what you are doing. And yeah, they're going to be upset. Worlds are going to be upset as well. I don't give a fuck. Groups are allowed to moderate as they please. You don't just walk the fuck in there and do whatever the fuck you want with it if you do not run it. That is not how it works. Honey, you're one of the owners. You can't be blacklisted. Also, I did hard code it to where if they try to log me with the system, it wouldn't show it. It would also make it so it wouldn't be able to ban me either, because being the owner is something like, I gotta debug the shit. I gotta check the fucking log system. I also have a master app system on it to make sure that the logs are actually running. If people actually come to me, be like, hey, the system's not working, I just pop it up and go, huh. Okay, I see the problem. Let me do an update real quick. And the other thing is, the updates are good in the system, unless you are logged in. So you cannot run the app unless it is up to date. It is hard coded into the system to fail if it is not updated. I've already done that part. So yeah, the app is in progress. I just ran out of credits. I took an entire day to build this fucker right now. And people be like, oh wait, you vibe coded? There's so many security issues with it then. It's like, no. The only security issue I'm having right now is it not being signed by Microsoft, because every app that's signed by Microsoft can like be downloaded without the, oh, do you want to keep this file, or the control app being like, oh, you can't run this file because it's not signed by Microsoft. It's like, so I gotta like contact Microsoft and ask them like, hey, can you guys check over this and make sure it's okay? Like, it's just baseline group auto moderation, yada yada, in the story. It should be as simple as like, okay, you open it, you log in, you start logging in the story. To end the logging, you either log out or you close the app in the story. I'm going to maybe add a stop logging feature at some point where it just clears all the lists. Except for blacklisted and blacklisted avatars, but it will basically like clear those lists too. So when you press stop logging, it will just like clear them just until or when you press log out, it will clear. Stress. Basically, what I'm saying is if you log out, the list will basically clear, and you have to log in to start the logger again. Sorry, I'm like under a lot of stress for building this app. There's a lot of things I have to code in when it's June 30th. So expect more to be done on June 30th at like 5 p.m. I hope VRChat makes it so I can like send it the file. Actually, no, I can't send the files to them. I should send the files to them because they should implement it into their system. Like, hey, we have this amazing thing to announce that's being worked on. If you try to join a group and you're in conflict of servers, it will say like cannot join a group due to conflict of servers. Leave those groups and then you may join this group type of thing. And here's the thing, they can code it into their system. I can write up a code that makes it so they can look over like see these flaws, yada yada, and make it into their system basically. So they can add a button on the group like settings that says blacklisted groups, and they would just put like, here's this group I don't want in my group. Here's this group that I don't want in my group. Here's this group that I don't want in my group. Or basically, they can make it so avatars, like avatar ID or like, the avatar thingy, where it says you list this avatar name or this avatar name or this avatar ID or this avatar ID, and it makes it so those avatars become like yellow exclamation marks in their game, making it so it's like, hey, this avatar is not allowed in the instance. It will not load at all unless your avatar is whitelisted, yada yada. I'm going to make that for VRChat. But like I need them to like look into this because this is going to be really good for group owners. I know it is. And here's the thing, I understand the flaws in this situation that they're probably going to talk about. Like, will it take away the creativity? No. There are certain avatars that should not be displayed on VRChat, such as porn avatars, avatars that are naked by default, troll avatars, 2D avatars, high animation avatars, crashers, maybe a troll or raider avatar or something like that. Those type of avatars, maybe a group likes it, maybe a group doesn't. It's up to the group. It doesn't take away their creative freedom on VRChat. It just says, hey, we don't appreciate, people wearing those avatars. We would rather you wear something else. That's saying like, hey, you can still have creative freedom, but like we kind of need you to like follow the rules or like know when to like not wear those avatars. So creative freedom is still there. It's just, like, groups have rules. They don't want you wearing that avatar. It's not mean. It's saying, hey, you can wear a different avatar that you like in the story. This is like hard for me to explain how this thing's gonna work. Because I want it to work for VR chat, and I want them to take my idea and skyrocket it away from me, take it away from me, but allow me to still work on this project for them. Because I am going to work on it for them, and I want it to work. I also kind of want to add an alt account thingy where if they're using a different account on the same machine, that it would detect it on that machine. Like, it would probably, like, make it so you know how you have notifications in VR chat, like down below it would say, hey, this person joined, this person left, yada yada. It would say next to it, like, potential alts, or something that's like simplified, possible uh huh possible alts. What, you know how Double Counter has it set to where they scan like browser cookies in your computer, like frame right there or something like that, and it checks to see if that cookie is listed to a machine in your on your computer, across a lot of sites and stuff on your PC. Basically what happens is it bans alts who have their cookie matched against a whole entire database. And so basically what happens is, it would basically ban accounts. And I want to do that in a way that doesn't compromise people's, like, personal information, where basically what will happen is it will just make sure that it will name that account on that machine with that hardware ID. And then basically what will happen is it will cache that into a in like online database, or where if your account's on there and you try to join on another account, it would basically now here's the thing. I'm not gonna make it so it saves. I'm gonna make it so it just bans people, auto bans people, or maybe warns staff or the owner of the lobby, be like, "Hey, this person is using an alt account to get into your instance. You might want to ban this person." It's up to you, is what I'm probably gonna have it say. But I'm not gonna have their info stay in that cache. I'm gonna have it say like, "Hey, this." I'm gonna have it be like, that once that ban happens, it's gonna delete that area, and then it's gonna save the alt account thing. And if they try to go on to a different account, it's gonna delete that one, and it's gonna go onto that one. You see what I mean? Like, it doesn't keep it; it pre-rolls it onto your new account, basically. So nothing is kept. So once they leave the lobby, it's gonna delete that cache. But the only thing it will save is your alt account. So basically, you're not technically saving it. What you're doing is pre-rolling it. It's not a save, because saving is like, hey, I saved you the first account and all your accounts. That's like, hey, I can tell where all your accounts are. I know people are gonna bitch and complain about that. That's why I was saying, like, there's got to be a way to subsidize that, because, like, okay, I can save your first account, and then you come on another account. I can then get rid of your first account, save your other account, and then you come on another account. I get rid of your alt account, and then go to your other alt account and save that one. Whereas in the cache area, or the system that's gonna be made, it's like, hey, gotcha, bitch. It works out basically for everyone in that situation. Like, hey, he's not saving it; he's just pre-rolling it. It doesn't save, because once you leave the lobby, it deletes from the cache area. So, I will figure out a way to ban alt accounts, because I will. That will be maybe the last thing I add to the app. Maybe that will be the last thing. Right now, I have a lot of blacklisted groups. There's no blacklisted avatars right now.
Give me a second. I gotta do something. Ah. There we go.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, that's basically the update so far. What does it mean by misconfigured? That's weird. La 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 la. Ooh, a trash can. Trash can. Yeah, trash can. Yeah. Woo, trash can. Time is now. Time is now. now with I say it's time now to go far, far. Down, just in my way, can you help me escape? I'm trying to way to be fine with me. I'm losing my way, can you help me escape? Finding a way to be fine with me. I'm losing the time, but nothing feels the same. The same. Gonna say it's time now to go far, far. Lape, why do you go to this place? Isn't this like mentally straining on you? Not really. I find this place more comfortable than visiting other worlds. That's why I go to it a lot. My mind is an exploration enigma. I have dreams of these places. Ba 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 ba. La 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 la. Hmm. Wow, wow, wow. La da da da. Wait, why does it still say app testing? No, I should just say like, what, chill time? Like, I should just say I'm live on Twitch. Hey, thank you for a follow. I appreciate it. People are fucking torturing GB. Oh, I got that video. Oh. Hey, thank you for following, Robin. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Wow.
Wow. Ba, 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 ba. Whee! Da, 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 da. 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 I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Wow, wow, wow. La 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 la. Um, La 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 la. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Wow, wow, wow. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, I should also add a link thing where it would tell me who posted a link, and if the link is a blast goes to the link, it would basically just like uh auto no, it basically clear the link thing and play like a different link. That one's gonna be more difficult though. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Mm.
There we go.
Where you at?
Yeah, you are. Ooh, I fell around top of that thing. Nice. La 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 la. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ba, 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 ba. Blah, 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 blah. Aw, I died. Oh no. Da, 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 da. Well, let's see if I can actually make it through that. See if I can actually make it through though. I am going to do it. Because I will make it through somehow. I don't know. But I will make it through. Somehow. Da-da-da-da-da-da. My body's having fun. Okay, so right here is a safe area. Kind of stuck though. Aww. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da. Oh, darn. Oh my god. Oh, okay, okay, I get ya. Watch me miss one freaking jump from here. It's like, oh damn it. Mm. Mm, 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 da, 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 da. Mhm. Ah. Ah. Hmm. Whatever. I haven't even gotten 1 star yet. Like, come on, man. Oh well. However, I do know something. Where are you at? There is a giant button here somewhere. Let's it teleported away. So it doesn't respawn. That button doesn't respawn apparently. There's like something you can hold in your hand and it teleports you random places apparently. Looks like we're moving to non-VR because my headset's low. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ba wa ba wa ba ba. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Da da do da do do da da do da do da da do. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Da 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 da. La la la. La 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 la. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. La 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 la. Da 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 da. La 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 la. La 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 la.